Oh my gosh!
Okay, so this is the saddest video I've ever uploaded, and not because of anything that happened on my journey, or at least that I was aware of while on this journey. The entire first half of the video clips recorded are completely destroyed, and half of the second half of the video clips got heavily corrupted. After 12 hours of trying to recover lost data, here's my best guess as to what happened. Let's say these are all of my video clips from my journey. For some reason, my camera took half of the second half of my footage seemingly at random, and instead of saving it in its own space on my SD card, my camera decided to overwrite the first half of the day's clips. And to be as rude as possible, it duplicated all of the copied footage to totally prevent me from recovering any footage from the beginning of the day. And the cherry on top of it all is that the clips that replaced the older footage inherited the old footage's timestamps and metadata, so it all got scrambled up, corrupted, and claimed to be the original footage, leaving me quite disappointed when I finally recovered all of the data, only to find that all the original footage was long gone. By the way, all of the recovery software I could find online cost like $100, so I ended up having to use Python and FFmpeg to recover my footage by hand. Okay, rant over. In order to show you the beginning of the day, I'll be using state-of-the-art memory projection tech. I started the day in a local park that a creek runs through. There were some sketchy cars that rolled up, and as I was walking away, one of them followed me for a tiny bit, probably because I pointed my camera at them while they were selling whatever they were selling. My original plan was to get down into the creek there, the day's goal being to follow the creek for as long as possible. But it was deeper than expected, plus in that area, houses are practically on the creek itself, certainly way too close for comfort. So I walked to a few other potential good spots to enter the creek until I found one I liked. This is the footage I'm most disappointed in losing because I don't have any footage like this on my channel at all, being in town while adventuring. While in the creek, I got very close to a few houses, and within a few yards of someone cleaning out their car. Luckily there were bushes that allowed me to go unseen. I then went into a big tunnel with lots of reverb. Coming out of the tunnel, there were lots of private property signs, so I decided to not try my luck and rejoin the creek later. I ended up walking for quite a while before I could find an area that wasn't too sketchy to get back into the creek. Two of the properties were industrial plants, so I decided to not trespass on their land. With that out of the way, here's the actual... Hold on, I just realized something. It turns out most of what I was able to recover was footage I already had. The files I'd originally thought had been moved to a different spot in memory were actually just copied and pasted. There are some clips that only exist among the recovered files, but the vast majority were only a waste of my time. And as if things couldn't get any worse, I've just realized the corrupted files are physically twice as large on my hard drive as their non-corrupted counterparts. And based on the fact that in recovered file GH1082-1 there were exactly 2 frames from the original lost footage at the end of the clip, I'm forced to assume that the corrupted MP4 files actually contain both the original and the copy-pasted footage. I'm just going to have to live with the fact that my original footage exists, but unless I get the Pentagon on the case, I'm never getting it back. On with the video.
I thought I was recording my descent down here, but I guess I wasn't. I just hope it's like this all the way to the end. This is manageable. It's not too deep. There's a side thing. Hope this is shallow enough and not too muddy. Okay, maybe now it'll record. So, I descended into the creek and my camera's acting up a little bit. It keeps ending the video on its own. So, I'm not really sure how much I've repeated myself or have needed to repeat myself. There was a private property sign back there, but I think it was for the land on the side of the creek. And I'm hoping, so here's the deal. I'm at 50% battery, but I'm guessing because of the cold.
Little did I know just how badly corrupted my SD card was at the moment.
So I'm gonna change the battery really quick. Alright, I'm gonna take this time as an opportunity to get some water and some food. The biggest thing you should always remember when going on this sort of trip, always stay hydrated, because when you're running low on water, things just start getting miserable really quickly. So here's a little predicament. There's a sign up there that says caution something. The creek looks like it's going this way though. I see the house. Okay, I'm gonna go up to see what that sign says. Well, there you go. It's just a sign telling you there's a buried power line. I just figure the people who go out of their way to put those no trespassing signs are the kind of people that are gonna get mad. I'm still gonna try to stay, you know, on the creek as much as I can though. I really don't want to encounter anyone in general.
Even though my nerves started to get to me, I was still able to enjoy the winter scenery. But I'm only getting closer to the houses ahead of me.
That's scary. There's stuff over there. Stuff over there. Kind of surrounded on both sides. Hoping the property line is the creek, because then it's kind of ambiguous what land I'm on.
In this journey, I obviously didn't want to be seen by anyone, but at the same time, I didn't want to sneak up on anyone and accidentally scare them. At the end of the day, I'm not really supposed to be there, so I always try to be as courteous as possible. I'm also wearing an orange hat to make it harder for me to accidentally sneak up on anybody.
Funny enough, being alone, doing this, has me a little bit more on edge than when I was doing the straight line mission with Ricky. Okay, so the creek cut back around. So I'm essentially in this dude's backyard. Not good. So that guy behind me, his property, I should say. I haven't seen anybody. He has livestock. I just saw one ram. I don't know. I saw one sheep. Ooh, look at that. Anyway, so he could have been out. There you go. He's such a big bird. Anyway, there was a chance he could have been out in the barn or the pasture. Oh, this sand is loose. Oh yeah, and there's also the case that his animals could have made noises, but completely silent. I was very lucky. Okay, I think I know what road that is. And I'm kind of surprised I'm to this point. Whoa. You know, I'm kind of concerned. That water's looking kind of unnaturally green. I'm in a good place right now. No houses in sight, really. No roads that close. I thought about going this way, but I'm gonna go this way instead.
I'd originally planned on having Steven with me, but he had something come up last minute. Typically, I always like having at least 2 people on this sort of adventure, not only because it's safer, but I think it changes how we're viewed. When alone, I feel people think I'm up to something weird, but with 3 adventurers, I feel like people tend to feel outnumbered, putting them a bit more on edge. 2 dudes is optimal.
I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing this. I could be out here for another 2 hours. Pretty sure there won't be a convenient place to pick me up, so there's going to be a hike afterward as well.
I'd been walking for 2 hours at that point.
I'm not sure where hunters are legally allowed to hunt here. I'm not sure if it's hunting season. I don't hunt. I start hearing gunshots. That's the scariest thing. You know, I'm in plain sight. Wherever you can plow land in this state, there will always be a field, unless if it's protected. How deep is this? Ooh. That's as deep as I want to ever try. Not super stable. That's not either. I'm gonna go up there.
Sorry to interrupt. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you, you're awesome. I've gained a lot of subscribers in the past week. Thank you so much for subscribing, and if you haven't yet, here are some incentives. If you've been following for a while, this should look pretty familiar. A few videos ago, I made this logarithmic chart to graph my progress through subscription goals. As you can see, for the 100 subscriber milestone, I've already done the challenge of riding to my grandparents' house. Here's a link to that video. For 1,000 subscribers, I plan to use my bike boat or maybe just a kayak towed behind my bike, kind of like in these videos, and I'm going to ride down the Wabash River from Lafayette, and then once I hit Attica, tow it, or maybe just ride my bike to Crawfordsville. So that'd be like a 2-day excursion. And then for the 100,000 milestone, I have introduced this possibility of me riding to either Maryland, which is where I have a lot of family, or Florida, which I just think is a cool destination. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. The best way to grow the channel, if you do want to see these happen, is to like the videos, watch the videos till the end, and leave a comment below. So if you want to leave a comment, just let me know which destination you'd prefer to see me ride to, or you can suggest other milestone incentives. In addition to all that, I highly recommend turning on the channel notifications button down below. Anyways, back to the video. I don't want to be out here all day, so I'm considering at certain points looking ahead to see where the creek goes and just trying to go straight for it so I don't have to like waste my time following it exactly. Meanwhile, there's still houses just looming down at me.
Sadly, the clip of me discovering the end of the creek and joining the larger one is gone. Here's what the corruption looks like. Bam, suddenly I'm there.
That's the one. I don't really feel thorns through my 3 jackets and 3 pairs of pants. Oh yeah, this is gonna be really hard. What the heck am I gonna do here? My foot just slid off the edge. Dang, I'm lucky. Here's the hard part. This is sturdy. Wouldn't trust my life on it. Okay, and then up there. I'm gonna have to get my head mount out. The last thing I want to have happen right now is to fall into the creek. Ooh, I need to be careful. So I'm trying to go that way, I guess. Make sure I didn't leave anything behind. Okay. All right, much more level. Just trying to get to a point where I can be picked up. Now this, this is gonna be bad. This is actually gonna be so bad. I'm not worried about getting hurt, actually. Not too worried. I'm just annoyed about how slow I'm gonna have to go. Plus my phone's in my pocket. Like, if I fall onto it, it'll just break probably. This, almost unsurpassable, I bet. Holy cow. Oh, I could go up there. This is so bad. Nothing to grab onto. Look at that. There's nothing to grab onto. Ooh, look at that. Barbed wire. Can't charge my way through that. I'm gonna land on that rock. Alright. I'm gonna step on that rock. Alright, grab this tree. Oh, that looks so much better. There's actually a field here. If that field leads to a road, I'm done. I'm going back because this is miserable. Hopefully that's a log forming a root. It's not. Holy cow. I did not mean to go that abruptly. Dang. What is that? Look at this. Wow. It's like a, what are those? Oh, an icicle. But because it was in the water, it like froze into a drop formation. There goes my hat. Oh, that's tiring. I think I'm gonna climb up that way. That's like a 75-degree angle, I bet. Nothing to hold on to either. Actually, that looks a little more doable. I counted on, well, I didn't count on it. I foresaw it happening. Okay, let's climb. Oh my gosh. Up there. There. Holy cow. Can I grab onto everything? No. Look at this. The ground is frozen enough to be a foothold though. There. Oh my gosh. If this isn't a way out, this will all be for nothing. Oh my gosh. The core strength required. Barely had it. You're kidding. This is someone's backyard. Don't even care at this point. I considered going by their house, but there's cars in the driveway. Oh my gosh, that's what I just crossed. Where do I go? Not really lost, I'm just kind of trapped. Ah, I just got thwipped in the face. Whew, got a little too much speed there. Okay, I think I'll try to walk over here and then try to make my way over there. Occasionally the creek gets really shallow and hopefully I can use that to my advantage up here. If it's too deep, I'll just have to backtrack. Kind of annoying, but part of the adventure, I guess. I do need to watch out for especially muddy sections though. Okay, I want to cross to that little rocky shore, but that's too deep. But this doesn't look too deep. Follow it for as long as I can. I have yet to actually feel the water. How deep does this get? That's the maximum depth I want to go. So that's a no-go. I mean, does it get shallower up here along that embankment? That's actually a thing though. I've seen that happen. Where like there's just it's kind of like a sandbar. Obviously right there, it's like way too deep. But right on the edge, yeah. It'll be like this for a little bit. Let's hope it's just shallow enough for long enough. Oh, this is pushing it. Oh, I'm so surprised. Oh my gosh, how deep am I? I have like 4 inches. So this is 16 inches deep probably. Do I keep going? No. The answer is no. I guess I'll just have to go back around. Oh my gosh. Whew. Uh-oh, uh-oh. My calves are pretty wet now. Oh, well, I'm across. I didn't think that would be possible, but after that, I gained a little bit more confidence in being able to recognize the depth of the water. It is now 2 o'clock, just on this rocky beach, walking. My left knee is starting to hurt a little in the back, just a little cramp. Definitely not enough to slow me down. It's a nice day. It's not too cold, not too windy. I have no idea how much longer I'll be on the creek. I've been walking in the sand for a while now. It switched from gravel to sand, and boy, it's annoying. I'm gonna actually, is it better? No, it's like quicksand. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yeah, that's quicksand. Oh, holy cow. That's fun.
Thankfully, by this point, I finally was able to start making decent ground.
Where the heck am I? I checked the map for the first time, and I thought that was a road over there. But in reality, it's like, not. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm just gonna have to keep following the creek. Oh boy. Well, definitely not going down there. Don't fall down there. I do not know if you can see that. There's a bridge that goes over the creek. That's my way out. I just have to figure out how to get there. And as it looks, ooh, look at all those geese. Whole flock of them. What are they up to? There they go. Wow, they assemble that V formation very quickly. Should I climb this? I think I'll try to poke my head over it. This is the steepest climb yet though. But there's stuff to grab, so just saying, it's quite a bit easier. This isn't stable. That's just a frozen branch. So is that. This, however, is not. Put my knee up here. Grab this root. Okay. Right here, maybe? Might be good. Everything's caught in the branches. There goes my hat again. Dang it. I accidentally just called my grandma. She doesn't live anywhere close to here. I'm about to call my brother. Hi. So I'm to a pickup point, basically. So basically, I just encountered some barbed wire, or at least a fence. Oh, and there's a ravine here. This is pretty deep. I'm gonna put my foot here and jump across. Oh, there. Whew. Woo! Look at that. It all came with me. Mario 64 taught me how to do that. There's the bridge. I've been walking for probably more than 4 hours.
Sadly, I lost the footage of me climbing up to the bridge.
I tried recording me climbing the hill the bridge is on, but my camera corrupted the file, which sucks. I am at the intersection I described to my brother almost. Hope you enjoyed the video. I think it definitely ended up being good. It was pretty fun journey. I was just, so down this valley, or the ravine, and then over the 2 fields is the creek. And what perfect timing. Here's my ride. That's a wrap.
Thank you so much for watching. Despite everything, I think this video ended up being pretty cool. I'm planning on uploading episode 2 of One Call very soon, so make sure you're subscribed and have channel notifications on so you won't miss it. And if you haven't seen episode 1 yet, make sure to check that out. If you like the music in this video, most of it was made in-house, so make sure to check out my band's channel through the link in the description.